What is up, guys? We're back from a little break. Not too long of a break, I guess, but as you can see, I have a newly acquired Wisconsin shirt. That is because I went on a little college visit. Yes, I am on college visits now, and we went to Wisconsin and Minnesota. And part of the cool part of the trip was completely unexpectedly, we got to get onto both fields, Camp Randall Stadium and Huntington Bank Stadium, which was sick. So today I'm going to be talking about the Wisconsin Badgers and how I think their football team is going to be doing this year. So obviously, the elephant in the room with Wisconsin is their transfer QB. They got another transfer QB for the second year in a row, and it is Tyler Van Dyke. Tyler Van Dyke was, I think he started with Miami in 2021, and I think he took over after D'Eri King got injured about halfway through the season. And he did really well for us in those like 6 games that they played, and that made him supposedly, I don't know who made these arguments, but supposedly he was like a Heisman candidate of sorts, and then that did not work out. 2022 and 23, I think he was battling several injury problems and also was just a bit of a turnover machine for Miami. So didn't work out very well, didn't work out as well as we had hoped, and now he is at Wisconsin. So it's a very strange thing to be saying that as a Miami fan, but we're going to be looking at the roster and then the schedule today. Ches Malusi, their running back, is going to be returning. He's solid. He was running back 2 for them last year. Braylon Allen, who I believe is now on the Jets, was their running back 1 last year, but they got half of that killer running back duo back from last year. Defensively, they should be very solid as well, especially with the linebacking core and the secondary. So, I'm going to be taking you through the schedule and telling you what I think will happen in each game. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to be 100% right, but we'll see what happens. So, Western Michigan at home, they start out with 3 home games. Western Michigan, South Dakota, which is an FCS school, and then Alabama. They have a bye after that. USC on the road to begin Big Ten play. Purdue at home. Rutgers on the road. Northwestern on the road. Penn State at home. Iowa on the road, another bye week, and then finishing out the season, Oregon, Nebraska on the road, and Minnesota at home. So, starting out the year home against Western Michigan, it's a Friday night game. Might be going to it. We'll have to see how the schedule works out, but I do think they win that one for sure. South Dakota, I also think they win that, and they start out the season 2-0. And then we get to the Alabama game September 14th. With all due respect, I do not see a team led by Tyler Van Dyke at quarterback beating Alabama. I think they lose that one heading into their bye and heading into, more importantly, Big Ten conference play. So they're 2-1 at the moment. I think those 3 should all happen like that. I think it's a win-win loss there. They're on the road against USC week 5. I also see them losing that. I think, I mean, Lincoln Riley, obviously, if he knows one thing, it's to develop QBs. They've got Miller Moss coming in this year, who's been with the program a while, so I think he'll have a nice year this year. I think USC wins that one, so 2-2 now. But I think they bounce back. I think they beat Purdue. Purdue, I don't see being very strong this year. Rutgers on the road could be a little bit of a trap game, but I think Wisconsin will win that. I think Rutgers, got a new transfer QB from Minnesota, got a long Greek name that I won't try to pronounce. And I haven't been too impressed with what I've seen from him, so I think they win that. Northwestern on the road, I think that's at their new Lakeside Stadium. I think they win that as well, which would put them 5-2. And then this is heading into a tough stretch towards the end of October. Penn State, Iowa, Oregon. I think, honestly, I could probably see them losing all three of those. Penn State at home, Iowa on the road, never easy to play at Kinnick Stadium. A bye week, and then Oregon, as you know, probably going to be one of the most dangerous teams in the country this year. It is home, but I see them losing that. So that puts them at 5-5 with 2 weeks to go. They have Nebraska on the road. This is probably one of the toughest games to predict, but I'm going to have them winning that. I think Dylan Raiola, he's going to be good, but it'll be interesting to see how he handles the pressure being the starting QB if freshman year for him. Obviously, I mean, he has all the talent that he needs, but we'll see. I don't know how freshman QB will translate, especially in one of the biggest environments in the country there in Lincoln. So I do think Wisconsin wins that one, and then Minnesota at home battle for the Paul Bunyan's axe. I do have them winning that. That puts them at 7-5, 5-4 in conference, which is very similar to how they have finished each of the past 2 years under Luke Fickell. But I do have them at 7-5, 5-4 in conference. I think that puts them in a nice bowl game. Obviously not Big Ten contention, but nice bowl game, good end of the year finish against one of the country's toughest schedules. So that is my picks for Wisconsin football this year.